Hello everybody, this is the thejonnymar and welcome to another Let's Play. As you can see before you, I am going to be playing the third of my favorite arcade games. And that game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Cowabunga! And get used to hearing that cowabunga sound. Hang on, April, we're coming. And right away you'll notice we're getting some pretty generic music here, not the Turtles theme music that you normally get in this game. And well, that is because I am playing a very special version of this game as I get used to the controls here. Got my nice little slash, of course. Ow, and a jump. And do some jump kicks, some regular kicks, some throws, and I get nailed in the back of the head with a frickin' knife. And I don't know what kind of building this is. I think this is April's apartment building. And apparently, she lives in a place that has freaking massive steel balls falling down the stairs. So that must be fun in the morning. I'm going downstairs to my car. Watch out for the massive steel ball coming at you. Guess it keeps you on your toes and coordinated. Ow. A lot of elevators, too. But anyway... Ow, I already died. Not even halfway through the first level and I've already died. And this game does have unlimited lives, thankfully. If I had a life limit, I probably wouldn't finish, and there we go. Oh, sir. I forgot about the special attack you can do by hitting jump and attack at the same time. I think that's more powerful than a regular attack. But hey, April. You just hang out back there and I'll take on some foot soldiers that are running around in here as we prepare for the first boss battle here. All these different colored foot soldiers. Ow. But this game does have unlimited credits, and all I have to do is hit one of the buttons on the control pad, and that will add extra lives to my little queue there. Hey, it's Rocksteady. Say your prayers, Turtles. Oh god. And that's the sound you'll hear many times throughout this playthrough as I add more credits. That stupid cowabunga! Can you not shoot me in the face with a frickin' machine gun? Oh. Alright, use the diagonal. Let's see if I can get in close to him. Hey, he's already flashing. That's good. Ow. You know, you could run, April. You don't have to just stand there. But yeah, I really like the graphics in this, and you know, I guess I should talk about what version I'm playing. That's not fair. How dare you shoot me out of my jump kick? And he's dead. Maybe. Shredder! Oh man. And since I'm only playing one player, we just get one turtle, and that's Leo, my favorite. But I am playing the version that was an unlockable on the Gamecube game Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus. That guy's arms just disappeared? Huh. Take a parking meter. And that is because it's basically the only version that I can play on a console. I know it was released. Okay, how did she get on TV? And how did Shredder get on TV? Oh, whatever. It was released for the original NES in Turtles 2 arcade game, and that's the version I've actually played the most, besides the actual arcade game in arcades. And for those of you that have seen my X-Men or Simpsons arcade game playthroughs, I did play this game regularly at Showbiz Pizza, which later became Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. And I would play this with my cousin and some friends. Always was Leonardo, because he was my favorite. Love swords. Katanas are awesome. But the only other way I could play this, besides that version, and I don't have an NES anymore, unfortunately. And they never released it on Virtual Console, which is really disappointing. I would have loved to have played that version. But, you know, I don't emulate games, and I don't have computer versions of this game, so hello there. Got distracted. So I had to go the other route, which was that guy looked like he lost his arms too. Huh. Too many enemies. Ow. Kicking my butt. They're stupid boomerangs. Ow. Jeez. But a couple days ago, about a week ago actually, I won a copy of Turtles 2 Battle Nexus for the Gamecube off of eBay for about 12 bucks. So roughly the same price as buying X-Men and Simpsons from PSN. And unfortunately, it wasn't that easy. It's not just being able to play it immediately on that game. Oh no. But you... hiding behind a billboard. Nice. And then that sneaky guy with his dynamite hiding behind the wall there. Does that say U.S. jail? Huh. Alright, another boss battle. Bebop. Aw. It didn't do the little, duh, who put the lights out when I fell in the sewer there. Oh well. Ow. But you have to actually unlock it when you play that game, and it's not an easy unlock. You have to play, geez, how many levels? Like 30 levels in that game, and the game is not that great. It's okay, and it's definitely better than the third game in the series, which I also bought, so that I could unlock Turtles in Time arcade game, and that'll be a future project that I'm going to be doing sometime this summer. But yeah, the controls kind of sucky, and down goes Bebop. Now my favorite level, the sewer level. This one's great. A lot of different variety of enemies and some interesting obstacles too in the environment. But you had to get all the way to level 9-1 and beat it and find an artifact in that level, which was not very easy to find. So it's about, man, I don't know, 30 to 40 stages of gameplay. And the controls, as I mentioned, not that great in that game. And the difficulty is actually pretty high, so I was doing alright up to about stage 6 or so, or world 6, and then the things just got crazy, so I actually had to use a invincibility code. Ulcers. Which is a little bit cheating, but I really wanted to get this game so I could play it. So I didn't feel too bad about using the code. It's called the Mighty Turtle Code. Oh man, missiles. Who the heck put these in the frickin' sewer? What urban planner decided this was a good idea to put in the sewer? Ow. Well, I guess it was maybe Shredder. He decided to do it. Is that an alligator? Crocodile, maybe? Notice the generic background music. But I was fortunate enough. It took me roughly, maybe 5.5 hours or so to unlock the game. And this is actually my second time playing through it. Didn't do so well the first time. Took me quite a while. I'm going to try to improve and see if I can beat this in around a half hour. Which is about, you know, what it took me to beat Simpsons and X-Men. But we'll see. Some of the bosses in this game are pretty tough, especially for one player. Ow. So I make no promises. It may take me 40 minutes, 50. I mean, obviously you guys will know because you can see the timer. Cowabunga! Alright. Super Mousers, apparently, and Baxter Stockman in his little hovercraft of some sort. And we're already to the third boss. That's pretty awesome. Making pretty good progress here. About a third of the way through the game. Ow. Come down here so I can hit you. Jerk. But I always fancied myself a leader of sorts when I was a kid. And I was the one who came up with the ideas and stuff for my friend group. So I was always Leonardo when it came to the Turtles. Kind of the more serious one, the leader, and I've always liked katanas or swords as my favorite weapon compared to all the other weapons. I kind of like Donatello too, but was never much of a Raphael or Michelangelo fan. Not really my style. Oh, dang it. Come down here. Hit him. It would be so much easier if I had a couple people to play this with. And there we go. Look at this jump. Come and get him, Shellbrain. Oh, don't worry, I'm coming for you. Another street. Ow. Now they're actually arming their foot soldiers with these massive weapons. Yeah, and we can't hit that sign. That's unfortunate. Just spins around like that. Come here. But this version is the original arcade version. Let's see if we can get this oil drum. We can use it as an explosive. And it missed everybody, except me. Wonderful. So there are some changes to the NES version, which was the version I played the most. Obviously the graphics are better. The NES version had pretty typical 8-bit graphics. Who the hell was driving that car? And what machine guns? Okay, this is fair. Alright, that worked. Who knew a little orange cone would do so much damage? Hey, I actually got a guy with that one. Oh gee, and I wonder who the bosses are. Look at them up there. Rocksteady and Bebop, wonderful. Well, this should go well. They weren't hard enough, you know, on their own. Now I get to fight both of them together. With April in the background there. But I think in the NES version, the boss in this area was Baxter again, maybe as a fly version. Or starting to change into a fly, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played it. Oh. But that was one of the changes, and they added a couple levels to the NES version too. Like an outdoor snowy level on the street, and then like a Shogun kind of inside of a Japanese kind of house or building kind of level with tigers and stuff. That is not in the actual arcade version either. So you will not be seeing that in this version. You won't be hearing the voices, so we didn't get Splinter April's voices, unfortunately. And we don't get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme music at the beginning. They replaced it all with generic kind of cheap music. Didn't have to pay licensing. Alright, Bebop's down. Let's get Rocksteady and finish this off. But still, otherwise, pretty much a faithful translation and version. And there it is, the party van. I got that for Christmas once as a kid. Man, that was awesome. You owe me one, huh? Well, I will collect on that. Don't worry, April. I got some stuff in mind. I'll let you know about it later when we're in private. But back to killing foot soldiers. But yeah, I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan as a kid. Especially younger kid. So like when I was like maybe 5 to 10, that and He-Man were kind of my two big, oh my god, atomic bombs. It was ridiculous. And these droids. Those were they called mousers? No, that was the little ones. What were these called again? I don't even remember. I did watch the original animated series way back when. But I had all of the turtles. Frickin' motorcycles. I had most of the enemies, you know, Shredder, Rocksteady, Bebop, Baxter. Nice backflips there, buddy. And kind of the key to my collection was the party van, actually. And like I said, that was awesome when I got that. Hanging up on me. I cannot consistently get that super attack to work. I would love to have a huge sledgehammer. Oh. Frickin' frick. Here. Pulling out all the stops here. But I will persevere. And then, of course, I moved on later when I got into comic books. I kind of fell out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, got into X-Men and the like, which I've talked about in my other episodes. Don't think I can touch those. I actually got a, for those of you that did read the original comic book, not the original comic book, but the colored one that came out after the original comic book. Because I think they were created in like a black and white comic originally. It's, what the hell did I just hit there? Invisible Wall of Death. That's actually, I think, really valuable. I don't know. It might not be valuable anymore. Alright, and now we're on a skateboard. Fighting guys in frickin' helicopters with machine guns. Yes, again. Super fair. But the colored comic that came out during kind of their heyday of the series, the animated series, I actually sent in a picture to the comic and got it published in one of the comics. It was a picture of Slash. So if you still have those old comics and you look through them, I don't remember what issue it was, but there was a picture of Slash sent in by John M. that was published way back in the day. I think I still have the comic somewhere at home, my dad's place, but I'm not exactly sure where it would be. I actually might not have it anymore, but maybe. Now bombs. Machine guns weren't enough, now they gotta drop frickin' bombs at me. I don't think you actually have to kill these guys. I think you just have to survive. They're time-based. And they run away. Well, by survive, I mean die. And just continue, of course. Now, is there a boss in this level? Maybe. I don't remember. Oh, dang it. What a clusterfuzz this is. Butt kicked again. This game has aged pretty well, in my opinion. Graphics are still pretty good. Nope, no boss, but I love this. Watch out! Because you couldn't see the corner, you had to drive right off of it. God, who was driving? Look at the poor party van back there. Well, alright. Let's try to go save Splinter. Continue through our hordes and hordes of enemies. But how about you guys, viewers? What did you watch as a kid, and what did you collect as toys? Were you into the Turtles? Did you watch any other particular cartoons, or were there any other action figures or dolls or whatever, you know, types of toys that you collected as a kid that you fondly remember? It's kind of one of my fondest memories is back when I used to really like the Turtles, and I was really into the original movie too. Now, the second movie's okay also, but it was the first movie I watched a bunch as a kid. I've seen that, jeez, maybe 20 or 30 times. I can probably still quote it to this day. Kind of ingrained into my brain. There we go. Could use more pizza. They don't give you enough health restoring in this. Uh-oh. Another one of those overgrown corkscrews, apparently. What is this? Oh, great. Little drones. Shooting lasers. Wonderful. But other than the Turtles, like, the main kind of cartoons that I watched as a kid were not the typical ones. So, like, you know, I watched He-Man a little bit. Watched the Thundercats a little bit. It was on the tail end of shows like Tiny Toons, Eek the Cat, Freakazoid. But for the most part, like on Saturday mornings and stuff, I would watch WWF Superstars, actually, back in the day, which was an hour-long wrestling show, which was kind of crappy, but, you know, I liked wrestling as a kid. Still do to this day. Oh, God. Laser beams. Ow. And then I watched a lot of Looney Tunes. I watched Tiny Toons too, but it was Looney Tunes that I watched, actually. So a lot of the old kind of 60s and... What the hell? No, I don't know this guy. He's not familiar to me. I looked him up, and it looks like his name is Granitor, or Granitar, or whatever. I actually had a Tiger handheld game of Turtles, and I think he was one of the bosses of that game. For those of you that remember the Tiger handhelds back in the day. Thank you for shooting me in the face with a flamethrower. Frickin' jerk. Well, this is going well. Basically, I just need to die, and then when I get up, I get a period of invincibility, and then I use that, ow, to hit him like 3 or 4 times, and that's the only time I get to do damage to him. Otherwise, he just slugs me across the room. Wonderful. Thank goodness for infinite credits. Now, if any of you would like to keep track of how many times I've died and how many lives I've used, that is certainly something I would be interested to know. And specifically, what I'd like to do is then add that up and count each life as a quarter, and we can see, if I had been playing this in the arcade, how expensive it would have been to actually beat this game. Assuming I was playing it in the arcade right now. Die. Ugh. More? Really? There's more? Come on. Why is he jumping like that? His little 3-inch vertical. Ow. Okay, there we go. And that doesn't hurt me, apparently. Alright, come here, Splinter. Like his little animation there. What was that? I didn't hear it. Alright, the Technodrome. That was a hell of a jump. Final level. Scene 5. 3 bosses in a row we get to take on, plus all sorts of new annoying obstacles. These stupid lasers again, which will kill me most likely a couple times. So that's wonderful. Ow. Alright, get him. That's 1. Ow. Come on. 2. Hit it. There we go. Now electric shock. Oh. Can we get over it now? There we go. Don't hit me back into it. But on this game, in order to play as a different turtle, you can't actually select your turtle. I think there was a 2-person arcade cabinet in addition to the 4-person where you actually could select your turtle, and obviously on the NES game you could. But whatever controller port you're using determines the turtle that you're using. So since I'm using controller 1, and because he's my favorite, I use Leonardo. But if I would have plugged into 2 or 3, you can see their colors up there. What the hell? Stop freezing me! Jump! Wonderful. Oh! Get the hell through there. Oh great, elevator. I'm sure this will just be a pleasant elevator ride. It's the apartment building steel balls, of course. They followed me from New York. Well, Not as bad as the elevator ride in Metal Gear Solid, but definitely not the greatest either. But we're closing in on the end of this game, although I am not looking forward to the final bosses. They are pretty tough, and they are coming up. So this guy to me looks a lot like Granitor, or whatever his name is, and I guess that's because they're both from, I think, Krang's home planet, or Dimension, or whatever. So this is General Traag, or Traag, or something like that, and he's essentially the same. He's gonna beat me up and knock me backwards, and maybe shoot me with that gun that he keeps cocking for whatever reason. I add him a little pattern there. Oh. Yes, keep cocking your gun. Waste time. I'll keep inserting coins. Are you ever gonna use that gun? Or just cock it? Oh, okay. It's a missile launcher. Great. So I wonder if I can go through that door. Probably not. It probably electrifies me if I touch it. Are you tired of Cowabunga yet, viewers? I am. I'm ready for this to come to an end. Having fun, but a little repetitive. Especially these bosses, how many hits they take. Now with more characters, they would go quicker. But with only one, this is a trial of endurance. Oh, I thought he was dead. Music like stopped there for a second. But no such luck. And who's your favorite turtle, viewers? Are you a Raphael person, Michelangelo, Donatello, or Leonardo? And why? Weapons, personality, just like the color of their bandana. Who's your favorite villain? Mine was always Shredder. I didn't really like any of the secondary characters. Shredder was cool though. Especially when he became Super Shredder. In the second movie, for example. Oh, I'm having flashbacks to the Mr. Burns fight in the Simpsons arcade game, where I kept getting nailed repeatedly. There we go. Jump kick to the face. Down goes the general. Alright, 2 bosses left. And then we'll call it a game. First up, Krang. What a ridiculous design on a villain. A giant brain inside of a giant humanoid robot. That looks really stupid. But I guess, you know, it lets him move around a little bit. So he's not just stuck in a jar like he was at times. But same basic strategy as those previous guys. He's gonna knock me around like a fool in a ragdoll. And hopefully I'll be able to get a couple hits in here and there and wear him down. He's wearing, is that glasses or a headband or something for his eyes? And his little pro wrestler pose there. Almost Hulk Hogan-like. Ow. Man. I wonder what my final score is gonna be. Think I can break 300? Probably not. I'm actually surprised I haven't. I was stuck on like 270 for a while. Must not have killed many enemies. I think I broke 300 last time. Oh well. Die. Don't just flash. Die, please. You have my permission. Now, the unfortunate thing, of course, since I don't have an NES, is that means I can't play the NES game. So I can't play the arcade game that they put out for NES, which was cool. And I also can't play the third game in the series, the Manhattan Project, which was awesome. I love that game a lot. Now the first Turtles game, you know, that one I can do without. That was not a great game. It was very difficult. I never got beyond the halfway point of that game. I got to the sewer stage where you're, what was it? You had to drive around in your van between like buildings looking for Splinter. And you had to use like passages through the sewers to get to other buildings. And there was one jump near the end of the level that you had to make like this perfect jump onto this small platform, and there were like bats or something that would knock you off the platform into the water, and I just could not make that jump. Down goes Krang. I am invincible. See you later. And now the big guy, figuratively, much smaller than Krang, but Shredder. So we have to fight a clone plus the real Shredder. You don't know which one is which. You'll know once you kill him. And the more turtles you have in this fight, the more clones there are. So we get 2, which is still pretty difficult. And when you're doing damage, his little helmet pops off like that. And if you don't... that's an instant kill. Turns you back into a regular turtle, which apparently is death, for whatever reason. Video game logic. But I really would like to LP Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. That was a fun game. And that was one of the first Nintendo Powers I got, actually. Was the one that had the Turtles 3 on the cover of it. Is that him? Oh no, just a clone. Well, if I keep killing clones, that'll get me up to 300. Should probably get some more continues. Don't want to die. And by die, I mean have to get a game over screen. Alright, come on. Let's get you both down to helmetless. And then we'll kill you off, and no, that was a clone too. I don't know if he recharges each time he splits like that. Probably. Alright, well we got them both helmetless. So I guess this will be the real test. If he gets his helmet back, then that might mean he recharges. So run away! Let's see if I can get them both on one side of me. Of course not. They're gonna pincer me. Oh! That's it! How anticlimactic. No C4 explosion. Oh. Well, maybe. Jeez! And they're all dead. And that is it for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. The third in my nostalgic trip down these awesome arcade games from my youth. Totaled the Technodrome with turtle power. Are they burned to toast, vaporized to milkshake, or escaped to dimension with a TX? Well, thank you for watching, viewers. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next episode. So long.